Good day, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. Um, Today we're looking at an older song, but I'm sure it's going to be a good one. It's by Ren. It's called Patience. I know everyone likes to do all of the normal popular things that Ren has done, but I also like to see the older stuff because it gives me a little insight into them as a person. I also kind of prefer the acoustic versions. I also kind of like the busking. That's kind of who I am. Someone mentioned last time that there was a better version out there, and I'm sure it sounded great, and I don't disagree with you in the slightest. But me personally, as a reactor, I like to see the rawness of someone. I like to see when they're doing an acoustic version and a busking version versus the studio version. I'm not saying it's not nice. It doesn't sound good, but sometimes you just don't get the realness of it all when you're in the studio version because they're trying to make it sound so perfect. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So the perfection, it almost feels fake to me, even though I know it's not fake. It is their song. The realness comes from when they're doing it in an acoustic environment or like a busking environment. And I really am drawn to that. And so you probably see me in the future react to a lot of that type of stuff by Ren. And I do, to be really, really honest with you, that is one thing why I picked Ren to kind of react to, because I heard that he does a lot of that type of stuff with the busking. So give you a little secret there why that was one of the things that drew me to looking at the Ren stuff was the fact that he did stuff out of the studio, because I really enjoy it a lot. We're going down to Vegas in a week and to see the Eagles. You know, they're going to be in an environment where it's all produced and everything. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I'm sure we'll enjoy it. But probably the highlight of our trip will be walking around, watching all the artists do their little thing out on the sidewalks. We always love that. That's one of our favorite things to do when we go down to Vegas, is just watch the artists, the different genres, the different artists, you know, out there, you know, struggling for tips, trying to get their tips. And they're just pouring their hearts out and just performing really, really well. You know, it's so fun to see that. Maybe I might share a little bit of the trip with you guys when we come back. I don't know. I'll try and mix it in a video or something. But this is an older one. It's called Patience. And I hope you guys enjoy my reaction and my little commentary. And without further ado, don't forget to subscribe to them. The links will be down below. This is Patience by Ren.
And I've learned some lessons that will be so valuable for like, so it's a blessing and a curse being this old, because it's completely changed me. Like it's turned me from a little cocky teenager into somebody who's quite this, I guess, prepared for things now. Like I feel like once I've gone through this, I'll throw anything at me and it'll be okay. But at the same time, as much as I see it as a blessing, I hate it. I do hate it. I think it was Thomas Edison that was like, I haven't failed, I've just found 1,000 things that don't work. Which is kind of nice to look at it that way, like I'm just eliminating things.
One thing real quick, guys. When I first started doing this stuff with the Ren's things, you guys you let me know really quick. I do like poetry. I do like intellectual type discussions. It's a regular part of my life. Sometimes I will get deep in the weeds of things because that's kind of how I like to think about things in an expanded way. One thing I do like about Ren is I get this from him, that he is very, you could tell that he is intellectual and he really reads things. Just a little comment about Edison. That kind of stuff, when I see that, it's relatable to me with Ren. And it might not be with everybody, but to me, that little comment like that And it's what I was kind of talking about at the beginning there. You don't get to see that kind of stuff in a production type of place because they don't talk like that. But when they're busking and when they're in an acoustic environment or they're in a kind of a live setting, again, which I've heard Ren does a lot, this is the kind of insight that you get into that person. And I really enjoy that. And it's kind of special to me. And so even though the Edison thing might have just, everybody else just kind of ignoring it, that gives me insight into this person. So I just wanted to point that out. And that is, I want you guys to understand why I kind of go back and look at these older ones, because this kind of stuff.
Things that don't work, which is kind of nice to look at it that way. Like I'm just eliminating things. But it really challenges my mind. And yeah, it's just gotten to the point where I'm spending, let's say like 95% of my life in a bedroom, which kind of sucks. Because my mind is in such a different place in my body. My mind craves life so much. It's alright, it's okay. I'm feeling brave, gonna face this day. It's okay, it's alright. No tears will kiss my cheeks tonight, and it's all good, and I'm just fine. My words ring out like hollow shells. Just slow down, it takes time, but time moves slow, I know this well. And my heart breaks 1,000 times a day. But for every hope that dies, another one takes its place. Because I have the strength of a mountain, and I've got the courage.
I like that he's kind of reflecting. He's saying, he's acknowledging the fact that it just, things take time. And then he's saying, well, I just need to be patient because I have the strength of a mountain. And I really like the thoughtfulness of it all. Like he's really understanding how things work in life. The patience thing. That's cool. And, you know, I know he's going to go into his little, this course here, but I really like the fact that he acknowledges that he really understands it. It's kind of goes back to what I was saying with the Edison thing. He's very intelligent. He understands how real life is. And even though things might be sucky, you know, if he has patience, he can, you know, override that. And like he said, he's going into that strength of a mountain, that type of thing. So let's go back. I'll go back.
But for every hope that dies, another one takes its place. Because I have the strength of a mountain, and I've got the courage of the deep blue sea, and I have the heart of a lion, and the stars burn bright inside of me. And although you test me, my God, I stand so proudly. Can't you see that I have the strength of a mountain?
I will say too, I have noticed that he really references God a lot. That tells me that he is a believer. I'm not going to get into all of the details on that, but I like the fact that he is not afraid to reference that. It shows me, again, a lot about his character and who he is as a person. The fact that he is not afraid to acknowledge that he is a believer. I like that. I like that a lot. That's big with me. That is big with, how I interact with, you know, I like the realness of people. I like the fact that they aren't hindered by society's issues. I like that a lot. I mean, I do it too. I get caught up in societal things, and you kind of try to, you know, you kind of have to walk on eggshells sometimes, but I like it. You know, in this setting, we're sitting here, I'm reacting to him. I like it that he's not afraid, and it shows me a lot about who he is as a man, not a boy, a man.
Burn bright inside of me, and although you test me, my God, I stand so proudly. Can't you see that I have the strength of a mountain, and I'll take all you throw at me.
Very good on the guitar too. Very good.
This world is quite scary, I know that 'cause I've been here for some time. But all that prepares me for a day when I can truly shine, 'cause I've been so
I'll go back so he can finish it, but I kind of want to speak onto that. I like how he said it's all for a purpose. Everything is for a purpose. And he's talking about him shining. It's going to make him shine better because all of this stuff is for a purpose. I believe that. I really do believe that all of the bad things that happen to us in life are for a greater purpose. And I seeing that with him again, this it shows me his personality. I see who he is. It's very awesome. And even if I don't agree with him on some things, being able to see who he is very, it's good for me. It's healthy for me. I can really understand him much better than not being able to see who he is. It's kind of a weird little thing, but I like the fact that he said all of the things that's happening to me is to allow me to shine later. He's kind of talking in that little world right there, that scheme.
For a day when I can truly shine, 'cause I've been so broken, and picking up fragments of myself, I'll glue them back together so I can stand at the edge of this world and yell that my heart breaks 1,000 times a day. For every hope that dies, another one takes its place, because I have the strength of a mountain, and I've got the courage of the deep blue sea, and I have the heart of a lion, and the stars burn bright inside of me. And although you test me, my God, I stand so proudly, can't you?
Again, was I was saying at the beginning, that little thing right there, although you test me, my God, if you heard him, he kind of had something in his voice there. It was more of a passionate thing. In a studio version, you would not get that. You might with him, but most people do not do that kind of thing in a studio version. And that is what I was talking about at the beginning with the busking, how I kind of relate to it a little bit more. Those little, intricate things that are within the music, it really, really makes me understand the person more. He's very passionate about this.
Although you test me, my God, I stand so proudly, can't you see that I have the strength of a mountain, and I'll take all you throw at me.
Kind of humbling himself too, you know what I mean? I like that.
Dust the cobwebs off this sheath, and I'll take the sword of my belief.
Dust the cobwebs off the sheet. I'll take the sword for my belief. Wow, dude. Very nice. That was nice.
And I'll take the sword of my belief. And in this storm, I will not flinch. And I will not move. No, not an inch.
One more thing. I know I'm stopping it quite a bit. I love when artists are very defiant like that. Like he was saying, I am not going to flinch. I am not going to flinch. I don't care what comes at me. I am not going to flinch. I love the defiance. It really tells me a lot about the person, how they are as a person, how their spirit is, their soul is. That's very big with me. I like that a lot. And it gives, you don't get this in a lot of the productive type environments that you are right here. You heard like a little cracking in his voice too. Very good. I mean, he is very passionate, even in the production value stuff. But you do just a little bit more in this type of stuff.
Because I have the strength of a mountain, I've got the courage of the deep blue sea, and I'll have the heart of a lion, and the stars they burn bright inside of me. But although you test me, my God, I stand so proudly, can't you see? I have the strength of a mountain, and I'll take all you throw at me.
That's great. Very good. Very good. Loved it. I love the defiance thing. It's kind of my, it's one of the little things I like. I always look for an artist if they're, they're trying to not let things bring them down. That's real. It kind of coincides, bringing people down when they talk like that. The defiance, it lets me know that artist has a lot of hope for their future, and they're being hopeful. And they're not going to allow people to take that hope away from them. That kind of thing really is big with me. I'm really glad I watched this. It gives me just a little bit more insight into Ren. Thank you guys for indulging me with this. I know it's not the big flamboyant stuff that everyone else reacts to, but this stuff means a lot to me as a reactor. And I get to know Ren a little bit. And then, maybe one day I can get on the same level as some of you guys, know every detail about his life and everything like that. But that comes later with me. That's really not important with me. Right off the get-go, I kind of want to understand what kind of artists they are. And that is real big with me right off the get-go. And with that, I will just simply say, you guys have a great day. Hope you enjoy my reaction.